Hello there.
Well, hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Economy's Bunker. Thank you so much for joining us here on this fine Thursday night. I almost slipped. I'm on this fine
Yeah.
Thursday night. Thank you for joining us on a different night, Thursday, which worked out kind of perfect. So Tuesday, our good friends from the Hyperspace channel, Jorge and Flex and Frankie and all those guys had an amazing guest on their show, but they moved their show to Tuesday, which worked perfect for us because we had a couple of things going on yesterday. So here we are. We kind of took their spot a little bit. So yay, collaboration. They didn't know we were doing this. It just worked out, like I said. But yes, here we are. Before I forget, because I was just on a stream before this, happy birthday to our friend Archer from Nerd Affiliated, turning the big 4-0. So happy birthday, Archer. I saw your stream and I was there for a little bit. Like I said, I'm hoping that you're having an awesome one. It looked like you were having fun. So I hope that, that keeps going well into the weekend. But yes, again, thank you for joining us here. Another episode of The High Ground. And before we jump into what has really been eating most of my spare time, this last couple weeks now. How you doing, Mike? How's it going with you? I see you pretty active now on certain circles, or I should say in certain squares, because they're cards. Get it?
Yeah.
It fell apart. I'm so sorry. Anyway, what's up, man?
Well, the card game, it is out there alive and well, and it's kind of encouraging because I remember as a kid, I can't remember the night. It was the early 90s X-Men. That was like all the rage with all my classmates. Like everybody was trying to collect them, and then it kind of fizzled out for us, like around the Pokemon time frame. Like kind of, collecting cards wasn't cool anymore. But it was a hobby when I was a little kid, and I enjoyed it. And to make that full circle where it's back to being cool, and it's Star Wars on top of it, having a lot of fun doing it.
That's good, man. And now that you mention it, it is a little bit ironic, we could say, that because I was on the same journey as exactly what you just mentioned. I also kind of dropped off, when it was not about superheroes anymore. Yeah. Which is funny because I feel that Pokemon kind of kept the card, game alive for us nerds for a long time now. And now, like you said, we're kind of circling back, right, to Marvel, to DC, and of course to Star Wars. Definitely Star Wars card game going very, very strong. So guys, let me tell you this, right after this, in just over an hour, Mike is going to have his Whatnot stream. So make sure that you are checking out the link that I'm dropping right now here in the chat. If you can see it, click on it, and that's going to take you to the Dad Vader's Whatnot. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you join his live stream. I joined for like 10 minutes the other night, and sure enough, I ended up buying some stuff. And yeah, so it's dangerous. Be warned, okay? But it is very cool stuff. Which, by the way, it arrived. I just didn't go pick it up at the mailbox, so thank you for that. But yes, so make sure that you are checking that out. It is at 9:45 Central. So basically, from now, it is like I said, in an hour and 5 minutes. Man, time flies when one's having fun.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. Right after this, again, jump over to that link that I dropped here in the chat and that I am showing here on the screen. Make sure you hit that follow button on Whatnot so that you're also notified every time that he goes live and every time that there's a sale going on. It's fun stuff. It's really cool. Any little preview you can give us what might see tonight?
I got some. Ooh, let's not drop everything.
Yeah.
I got the new Mayo pack that came out for Celebration.
Nice.
With some of the cards that I've been personally like chasing after.
Oh, that's nuts, dude. That looks good.
Yeah, so that's like that's an artist. An artist drew that. So those are some of the things that I've got in my shop. And then of course, the regular Topps collectible cards.
Absolutely.
But all good fun. You don't have to buy anything. You just come hang out. I put tunes on. I make horrible jokes. I stumbled through sentences, the good stuff, the stuff they come to see here, we got
I
over
was
there
gonna
too.
say, the level of quality you've come to expect from our live streams,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can definitely find there for sure. But that, guys, make sure that you are jumping over there. Like I said, in just about. Oh, that's cool. That is very,
Not
very cool.
not just Star Wars. I do have a little
Yeah,
bit of
there
a
you
few other
go.
things.
I like that. So again, in just about an hour, make sure that after this stream, you guys jump over there. Once again, the link is here in the chat, and I'm showing it here on the screen as well. So all you got to do is click on it on the chat, and it should take you to Whatnot. So make sure you are following Mike, the Dad Vader, over and Whatnot. All right, so let me jump back here into the comments. We got Ultra in the house. What is going on, man? So finding some GI Joe classified. Oh, you know what I found, man? I was cleaning, and I say that because it's more like rummaging, and you know I start off with the intent of putting stuff away, but while making space for said stuff, I find other stuff, and then I end up like pulling that out, and then I end up somehow with more mess than what I started. um but what I was going to say, Ultra reminded me right now, I finally unearthed my uh Snake Eyes from the GI Joe Classified. That's the very first figure they did for that line, and it's the special edition one with all the like the weapons rack and like the what's it called, like the banner and like the big box with all of the like Japanese art like on it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that one is nuts. Like that's probably one of the best like packagings Hasbro has ever done. I forgot like how beautiful it is. And funny enough, it's literally the only classified that I own. But man, I love that thing. So I need to find a way to display it. Obviously the box is kind of big and stuff, but we'll see. We'll go through like Reddit and stuff to find some ideas.
That's how I feel. Like they come out with some banger stuff, but it's like so damn big. It's like the Ghost. That thing is massive, but it's super awesome. Like you can take it apart and see everything
Very
inside of it. But
much.
you're like, do I need a coffee table?
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
goes right there. That'll work.
Dude, and it's funny you say that because you saw the new Darth Vader TIE fighter. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
that thing looks amazing. And I'm hoping to see it, next week, like live. But same thing, the scale is bigger. And so I'm like, dude, while I definitely want it, I'm like, where is it gonna go? So Ultra also went to Ross, got not one, not two, not three, and four, but five of the TVC Cal Kestis Imperial disguise. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah. So he's gonna make himself a few customs. And also on Walmart, Star Wars Black Series Revenge of the Sith, I'm sorry, 20th anniversary Count Dooku. Good job, man. Kid Fisto and R2D2. I still need that Count Dooku, dude. I ordered it from Walmart, and it got here all like basically mashed potatoes, inside the
Ooh,
packaging. I couldn't. I'm like, dude, half of the reason why I'm getting this figure is because
the
of the
card.
packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm sorry, it's going back. I can't. And of course, I haven't found it ever since.
I wonder if that one showed up to my HEB because it was HEB, my Walmart. There was one in the clearance for the same price as
Oh
regular
no way.
price. So the sticker price was $24.97 for
Yeah,
clearance, and I was like, "That's how much
dude.
it cost."
Exactly.
But it was
Dude.
crumbled. It would like the
Yeah.
top of it was
No,
completely compressed in. I was
that's
like,
hilarious, dude. If it is. Juan saying hello there. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you coming in, man. Ultra saying hi to the Daddy Vader. Bryant in the house. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for coming in, man. Hermano, made a good evening. Mike, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you coming in, Bryant.
"Chilling."
Thank you, thank you. And Bryant, I hope that you got your bonus. So Bryant actually also worked on a little film called Superman, which has been making quite a bit of a buzz on the headlines. Have you seen it? Yeah, dude, I
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
dude. It is so I'm a fan of Marvel, DC, all the good nerdy stuff. And as a kid growing up watching all the cartoons, it was all DC. DC was rocking it.
Yeah,
Then it was flipped when it came to the movies, live action. Like there was parts that you liked, but it didn't hit the same way that Marvel did. And I'm
agreed.
like, we need something like foundation to start off on. And I felt like Blue Beetle was a step in the right direction,
Agreed.
but Superman was just that one. That one just was a home run right there. That was a good movie. It had everything that we want. It's a little bit of comedy, little bit of the serious stuff, action galore. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I agree, man. Finally got to see it, and I um when did we see it? We just saw it this week, actually. I was very late to it. I kept dodging, spoilers here and there.
Mhm.
Um, but first of all, I enjoyed it, and I agree with everything you just said. Actually, I think it has pretty much everything that we wanted. It's not perfect, it's definitely not the perfect movie. Um, I did, there was a couple of things that I like kind of bumped into, but nothing that really like made me not enjoy it. It was just a couple of like, I don't know what they're going for, like in this particular thing, or like thread. But aside from that, like I said, nothing that I'm like, oh no, that's not Superman. I didn't really feel like that. And I know a lot of people are kind of picking on the character and stuff, and it's like, oh, like he's too weak, or he gets like beat up quite a bit. I'm like, I kind of like that, because
But so,
if
like, that's one thing where people were griping about, but it
yeah,
explained it in the movie perfectly. Like,
yeah,
he
I
wasn't
I
just
thought so.
getting beat up by a metahuman. He was getting
Exactly.
beat up by his actually superior in strength, because that dude was
Exactly.
stronger than him. He was
Yeah.
dumber, but he was
Yeah.
stronger, but he had all the chess moves behind him. So no matter what he threw, Lex studied him to a T. It didn't matter. He was going to stop him, period. And then he had more power behind the hits.
Yeah.
So it's like the only thing that can hurt Superman is another super being like that. Well, guess what?
Right.
It's his freaking clone.
Yeah.
Like, they
Dude, and
explained it perfectly,
I
and people are like, Superman can't get beat up. Like,
yeah, I
what?
know. And even if that wasn't the case, to be honest with you, I'm okay with it. Like I said, I don't like when Superman is too untouchable, right? Because then it just kind of, you know, there's no
Yeah.
stakes, right? Like there's no ooh, is he gonna be okay? Like he's
It's
untouchable, right? So
the Dragon Ball Z syndrome. It's like, we
exactly.
always knew Goku was going to lose the first round, go
Yeah,
train for a year, come back 5 times stronger, and just
exactly.
dominate.
Yeah,
So after the after the Cell saga, we are just like,
yeah,
I've seen this before.
exactly. Yeah, and it's always fun, right, to watch, but it's gotta have a story like to it.
Yeah,
Um, I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed the Justice Gang uh
that was
a little bit
hilarious.
more than I thought. I was gonna. If I'm being completely honest, I wasn't sold on them. Um, not the characters and not the casting. I think the casting was actually on point. But just them being there, I'm like, why do we need them right now? And while watching the movie, I didn't feel that as much. It
Yeah,
felt a little bit better. It felt a little bit more organic. That they do show up, and they're around and stuff like that. My hats off to whoever wrote, Mr. Terrific, like specifically, because dang, that dude stole the movie, man.
oh yeah,
Um,
his fight scene,
Dude, right?
dude, that was
I
legit. That
literally
was
think
bad.
that's the best
That was
fight
awesome.
scene, like in the movie. Like, and again, we have two Supermen basically going at it, right?
Yep.
But dude, the Mr. Terrific fight, I was like, whoa, like
But
that
he did it like with swag. You know what I mean? Like, he was
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
like, all his moves were, yeah,
Yeah,
stuff
dude,
like
like
that.
oh man, he was on point. He had the style down.
That was
Um,
awesome.
yeah, no, I agree totally. So yeah, guys, if you haven't, I do recommend you go watch Superman. I do think it's worth it, to watch in theaters. And pay your hard-earned dollars for this one. It's pretty good. Okay, it's pretty good. I think we have how do you call it? A successful right launch or
Yep.
relaunch, sort
Would you
of.
call it a reboot?
Yeah, I don't know,
I
because
don't know if we call it a reboot, but
we
it
still got
feels,
elements, right, of the, like you said, like Blue Beetle. He's still around, right? Peacemaker is definitely still around, and
yeah.
so those guys are technically left from the previous DC universe, right? Um, and they just kind of siphoned them off to this one, which again, I'm glad, dude. Peacemaker deserves all of it. Like, I love freaking Peacemaker. Like that show had no right being as good as it
It
was,
was
dude. Like,
it was damn good. Just
dude, yeah,
the intro by
dude,
itself
exactly, yeah.
was
I
perfect.
It at that point it's been years, man, since there's been an intro that I wouldn't skip every single time. You know. Now I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say I watched it every single time, but I want to say I watched it probably like 8 times. You know, as I was watching, the first season. So yeah, dude, I don't know, that stuff was nuts, and can't wait for season two. I mean, I hope that it's gonna be hard. Obviously, it's gonna be hard to replicate, right? But I hope that they can pull it off
Did you
because
catch the
again,
trailer for it?
yes, yeah,
The premise does sound like pretty good. Like
yeah,
I won't spill the beans on it, but if y'all
right,
haven't seen
right.
the trailer, go see it. Like I think it's gonna pair very well for season one. Like the
I think
parallel
so
to
too.
it. Like I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be really good.
and jumping, into I guess tonight's topic, we're hoping to catch the panel. They're gonna be there
Yeah.
for Peacemaker. So yeah, that's definitely one of the ones that I want to check out. All right, let me finish up here. We got the Wolfpack in the house. What's up, brother? Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you, thank you. Just 1 week away, dude. Yeah, tell me about it. I am freaking out. What up, General? Says the Wolfpack. Doing good, man. How about yourself? Vicente in the house. Hello, everyone. What's up, man? Wolfpack saying hi to Scylla. Ultra with the Halo pickups or request, I should say. And then, guys, don't forget this is Mike's Whatnot link. He's gonna be there in just under an hour now. Yo, speaking of San Diego Comic Con, we got the man, the myth, the legend. We got the Legacy of Nerd. What is going on, Daniel? And once again, guys, I always have to shout out Daniel for allowing me to tag along, as media for San Diego Comic Con. We've been obviously, we've been planning. There's too much, dude, too much going on. We've been getting, like the press emails basically, and some of them are, hey, just FYI, this is going to be happening, right, for my brand or for my comic book or etc. Some of them are like, hey, do you want to be like in it, like, do you want me to schedule you like a time slot to visit our booth, to visit our activation? Some others are like, hey, do you want an opportunity to interview, like,
Oh,
an author and
nice.
stuff like that? But dude, it is a lot, dude. It's like a barrage. Like the last 2 weeks, especially this week, they're it's like rapid fire, dude. I get probably like 5 to 10 a day. Like it's just like boom, 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 boom. Obviously, a lot of brands, a lot of properties. I'm not familiar with all of them. Um, but so what I was trying to say is we've been trying our best to obviously, cherry pick, right, some of those opportunities, and to honestly to not overbook ourselves, uh, because again, there's literally 15 things going on like every hour, and that's just like schedule stuff, right? I'm not even talking about going down and walking the show floor and checking out the stores and the booths and stuff. Like, so our Thursday and Friday are like packed, dude. Like I'm
Are
talking
y'all
about
teaming up or y'all trying to like divide and conquer certain
both,
areas?
both to be
Okay.
honest. We are obviously we're aligned on a lot of things. For example, like Peacemaker, we definitely both
Yeah.
want to be there. Um, we we got into the why am I blanking out? Bandai. We got an invite from
Oh,
Bandai. They
nice.
got a lot of properties, obviously. So we both kind of want to be in there. But there is some stuff that unfortunately it happens at the same time. So, for example, I think Daniel has something for DC in the morning, and at the same time, I'm gonna be doing the Avatar: The Last Airbender
Oh,
20th anniversary, which I'm like, I am so old. I was like, I kind of wish they would
yeah.
just left that out. Um, so but that's at the exact same time. So we're like, all right, well, we both want to do both, right? But we gotta sort of split up there. So yeah, we'll be doing different stuff. Obviously, trying to get as much coverage as we can on the important stuff. Um, and then there is whole age, which to be honest with you is not like a whole ton going on this year. Um, but what is going on is kind of nuts. So in case you guys missed it, Mark Hamill is going to be there promoting a movie based on a Stephen King story, right? The Long Walk. And then in a separate day, in a separate panel, George Lucas is going to be there for the very first time at San Diego Comic-Con. He's going to be there Sunday. I still haven't seen an official time. If somebody, knows it and it's been released, I haven't seen it in the last few hours, but let me know. But dude, that panel, like Lucas's panel, it's Doug Chang, who I got to meet over in Japan beginning of the year, and Guillermo del Toro, director. So that panel is kind of nuts, dude. Like it's kind of nuts. Again, just with George Lucas, obviously, that's an insane, name that has never been there at San Diego Comic-Con. And so I was actually telling Mike before we started, I was like, I think that one might be the one where I might have to camp out, like
Yeah.
I might actually have to camp out, outside of Hall H. Luckily, luckily for me at least, it's on Sunday. So it's the last day. So hopefully by then, we kind of got our stuff done, out of the way, most of the coverage, et cetera, et cetera. Saturday night, we actually, all of us, we kind of want to go to an evening with Kevin Smith. He's going to be at Hall H. I love that guy. Kevin Smith is, in my opinion, one of the top, like GOAT content creators before a content creation was a thing. He was doing gig movies before anybody, right? He gave Stan Lee like his first cameo, right, in a movie. Anyway, I can go on and on, right? Like the man has an insane track record. But what I was gonna say, in my opinion, he is one of the like best, if not the best, interviewer that I've ever heard. Like,
Yeah.
this dude is nuts, dude. Like,
What was the show that they had where they
yeah.
were?
So
Forget what that one was called.
I think he still has a few. So this man like pretty much invented podcasting, dude.
Yeah.
20 years ago when nobody knew what the heck podcasting was. So I think he still does a few. He does one with a writer called Mark Bernardin. It's called Fat Man on Batman. And obviously, they go deep into the geek news and all that stuff. He used to have Comic Book Man. I don't know if you remember that one. That was basically about his comic book store.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he wasn't in it that much, especially like on the later seasons. But still, he was kind of pioneering like all that kind of shows, right? Let alone some of his movies. I mean, of course. And for the record, I enjoyed Tusk. I know people did not like that movie. I enjoyed it. But anyway, so we kind of wanna be there for that. And then again, it's just a lot. All right, it's just a lot of stuff going on. So we've been synchronizing our schedules, right, for each day. So hopefully on Sunday, like I said, hopefully I can go out there and basically, if I have to, I'll camp out. I mean, it's freaking George Lucas, just to be in the same room as him, right? Like it needs to happen.
I'm breathing his air.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
dude. Seriously. And Vicente says just got some cards of his whatnot last week. Oh, nice, good job, man. Yeah, don't miss tonight here in about another 45 minutes or so. He is gonna have another stream. I'm assuming Vicente, you're already following him, but for those of you who are not, make sure that you check it out at the link that I dropped here in the chat and that I'm showing here on the screen. Hey, look who it is, Janine. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope everything is doing good. Good to see you, definitely. And you could buy a new house only for the bunkers. Yeah, I wish, man. I wish. Good evening, nerd, says Rex. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in. Saying, Janine, do you want to be a narrator? Oh, nice. What's up with Peacemaker? He's a multiversal being. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being that. Hey, look who it is. We got Sexy Flexi in the house.
Sexy flexing.
Evening, everyone. What's going on, brother? Dude, it's what it's 3 weeks till we hang out
That's
with
right.
Flex, like in person.
We're gonna be hanging and sweating, and oh my
Oh, dude,
god, it's gonna
it's
be a
gonna
great
be,
time.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of grinding. It's gonna be great.
Thank goodness for AC in Texas.
No
Uh,
joke, man. No joke.
with the joking aside, though, Flex did post something that I saw earlier today. I don't know if y'all recall a video
I did.
um, of a kid that was at a Galaxy's Edge, and Chewbacca was having a moment with him.
Yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, that young kiddo is resting in peace after his long battle with multiple ailments. So, everybody, say a little prayer for that guy, and
Yeah.
hope everything for his family goes good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I saw that. I saw that earlier also from Flex, and I know that he had been, basically following, right, his journey. Um as Flex himself, as we all know, right, has gone through some health related, hardships, for sure. And yeah, so Elijah was basically mentioning how, he was an inspiration, right, for um the kid was an inspiration for him. And yeah, unfortunately, he succumbed, right, to again, to his various ailments. Fortunately, he's beyond pain, so
Yeah,
we try to take solace, in that. But absolutely, thoughts and prayers going to his family, because I don't even want to think about what they're
yeah,
feeling right now.
yeah. It's tough,
But yeah, yeah, absolutely.
but
I mean,
it's kind
as
of crazy
parents,
that, yeah, like with Flex saying, kind of the inspiration there, like finding that video of him and Chewy kind of opened up the doorway for me to find you guys, because I didn't know that this community was out there. So I found that
yeah.
video. I saw a follow up video where what is his Dad Kenobi?
Hmm.
He does lightsaber reviews on YouTube. I found him doing a giveaway to him, a Vader saber, and then that kind of snowballed. I'm like, oh, there's saber companies. Oh, there's a community of Star Wars people. And then I started looking into our stuff locally. And I was like, oh, there's a dude that does a podcast. What's his name? It's
Yeah,
General. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" So I mean, his story was inspiring. He was a tough kid, and you know, everybody, hug your loved ones and say a prayer for them,
yeah.
because we're only here for a little bit, so we got to make the best of it.
Dude, yeah, no kidding, man. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that he's tied to your secret origin, there.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah. So yeah. Again, sad that AJ left. Flex is posting right now. But yeah. I'm glad that he got to share his passion also with people and got to inspire people, right? So yeah, rest in peace. And like I said, at least he's definitely beyond pain. Okay, so going back here to Juan says, just like was canon is his series, and now he's seen the new DCEU. Yes, that's what I meant about Peacemaker. But to be honest, um Justice League was in it like a little bit. But I don't think, not enough, right? It wasn't like super instrumental to the Peacemaker show, right? Now it was instrumental to um Suicide Squad, right? Where
mhm.
he gets like introduced. But I think, once we moved on to Peacemaker himself, like we focused on him. I think people, I don't think people will have problems with it. And again, the show is so dang good that he deserves to stay on.
Yeah,
Flex basically saying hi to everybody. Legacy Nurse, like, well, we did get invited to this Peace Fest. Exactly, I know, dude. I'm excited about that one. Hey Legacy, says Flex. Hey Flex, says Legacy. My kid using my wife's account. Te amo, papi. Go to sleep, kid. I told you to go to sleep like an hour ago, man. What are you doing? Um, Janine saying hi to Flex. What up, Flex? Says Rex. Janine say hi to Rex as well. Flex saying hi to everybody. Scott wins. Absolutely. Where's Scotty? Hey, there's Scotty. What's going
Scotty too
on,
hotty.
man? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you, thank you. Um, the Godfather George. Yes, sir, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm excited, dude, about that one. I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating by saying that that could be the highlight, right, of this entire show. Um, and a show that is pretty stacked with like awesome stuff going on. Let me see. Oh, look who it is. Rolando in the
Oh,
house. What's going on, brother? Our multiversal moderator is in, people. Saying hi to everybody as usual. Janine says, I'll be a narrator. Oh, there you go. Rolando, says Janine. Rolando saying hi to Wolfpack. That sucks, says Scott. Yeah, yeah, but such is life, I guess. Martha saying hi. Hello there, says Blackstar9. Pablo, says Janine. Ultra saying hi to Blackstar9 as well. Rolando, says Scott. Blackstar9, says Scott. And we got LGP in the house. So, guys, this Sunday, I'm going to be joining our friends from Mandalore Express. They were kind enough to invite me over to their stream. So, that's going to be happening this Sunday at 8 p.m. Central, I want to say. LGP, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 8 p.m. But yes, Sunday, Mandalore Express. Make sure that you are checking us out. Pablo saying, what's up to Scott and Janine? Hey, look who it is, the birthday boy in the house. What is going on, man? Happy birthday to our friend Archer from Nerd Affiliated. Yeah, man, hitting that third floor, the big 4-0. So congrats, brother. Hope that you have an awesome one. Hope that you have a great weekend celebrating, by the way. 9 p.m. Central. Thank you. Thank you.
Shots. We're too old for that. We're too
Yeah, I
old.
was going to say I'd stopped at the first one.
Shot. Go to bed.
Yeah, and I'm out. Yeah. You add another one, floor. So LGP, thank you for correcting me. That is at 9 p.m. Central. Apologies. So Mandalore Express, make sure that you check us out. There it is, Mandalore Express. Absolutely. Happy birthday, nerd, says Scott. Happy birthday, says Janine. Don't remind me, says Archer. Ultra saying, good to see you again. Happy 40th birthday. Absolutely. LOL, says Archer. Thanks. Bro, if you even get to be in the same room as George, take that shit all in and fuck the camera, just hear him talk. He's awesome. Dude, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty excited about that one. Pretty excited. I don't know if you've seen it before, man, Brian. So yeah, dude, like I said, that might be like the highlight, right, of being there. So hopefully it does happen. Hey, Brian, says Scott. So yeah, guys, again, we've been talking about it, but just as a quick reminder, I will be at San Diego Comic-Con pretty much for the duration of the show, July 24th to 27th. So that is in exactly 1 week. I will be there since Wednesday. So if you guys are showing up and, you want to go grab a bite or something, let me know. We are going to be hanging out with our friend Carlos, T3 Collects, who's also going in as media. So we'll probably link up with him. I think on Wednesday we'll hang out, but then honestly, like Thursday and Friday, it's like a vortex of just stuff going on, dude. So I will say this: I
feel like you're gonna
apologize.
Ricky Bobby it and be like,
dude, yeah,
"Oh,
seriously, yeah, very much so, dude. And so let me apologize in advance if you're there and we don't get to hang out. Like, please don't take that in any way, shape, or form as a personal, of me not wanting to hang out. It's just we're kind of working, in a sense, right? We're trying to grab as much content as we can while at the show. We're trying to make good on our invites, right, that we've gotten. Like Daniel was mentioning, we were invited to the DC Peace Fest. So definitely some of that stuff, we want to be in good standing with with the studios and with the representatives, etc. So we're trying our best to accommodate as much as we can, when it comes to that stuff. So again, at least I can tell you right now confidently, like Thursday and Friday, I'm like triple booked on some stuff. So it's gonna be crazy. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if I'm gonna get to make it to like the actual con like floor, like just to
I was
check out the
about to
booths.
ask that. Like, just in our group when we know a buddy's going to something, they're like, oh, he might be able to pick up this. I'm like,
Right.
I don't know about Jose. Jose sounded like he was going to be so busy he might not even get to go to the restroom. So
Yeah, dude, seriously. I was telling, or actually, I take that back. The wife was telling me, it's like, hey, don't forget to eat. And I'm like, you know
yeah,
what? Like, you say that, but like, it's true. Like, it does happen.
our good buddy
Um,
Bobby was running the con, and
Dude, yeah,
the first
exactly.
year they were going all out trying to do their best, and everybody was like, "Did you eat Bobby?" And he's like, "I'll do it later." And it's like
Yeah, I
8
did.
hours later, I'll eat a Snickers sometime.
Exactly.
Like whoa,
Yeah.
that dude
Yeah.
went like almost 2 days without eating because he was so busy.
Dude, yeah, but yeah, that's a young man's game. I cannot pull that off, you know. And so yeah, guys, we're gonna be busy. You bring up a good point. Actually, there's a lot of stuff that I want, obviously exclusives, from the show, but the at least the way I understand it, right? A lot of these, of course, they are dependent on you getting through a lottery based on your badge, um, to be able to show up to the booth and possibly purchasing
Mhm.
the exclusive, right? So it's not even like, oh, you won the lottery, here's your exclusive. It's like, no, you get to show up to the booth to hopefully get your exclusive, right? And so there's definitely a lot of steps, right,
Yeah,
involved in that. Now
vastly
I've talked
different
to
from Celebration then, right? Like
yeah, exactly.
it was like,
um,
here's all the exclusives day one, and then
yeah,
sorry, we're
like
sold out.
just line up, right? My understanding is that there's definitely some lineup involved here at SDCC, but it's not, it's kind of like the secondary way of getting it, right?
Mm.
The primary way is with a reservation to the booth. Um, so we obviously we're trying to get that. And while we're on the subject, I do want to show StarWars.com actually listed, the Star Wars related exclusives for San Diego Comic Con. So what are you saying? We take a quick look here.
Is that the
Um,
Tamagotchi? Yeah.
exactly. First and foremost, we got the Tamagotchi. Have you always wanted to see what it feels like, force feeding Anakin, just to keep him alive, you know, and fueling his hatred? Well, there you go. Then this
Now
thing is
you
definitely
can.
for you. Yeah, exactly. I gotta say though, I'm kind of loving the little packaging, on it, dude.
Yeah.
Like it looks pretty spiffy. So yes, Darth Vader Tamagotchi, um, Revenge of the Sith, 20th anniversary, and of course this is coming from Bandai. Um, Also, we got the Beast, sorry, Kingdom figures. Um, they look cool. I don't know actually. Does anybody know if the trooper? I'm assuming it comes with the same amount of accessories as the other two, but they're all cool. We got a Stormtrooper, we got a Clone Trooper, and we got a Vader. Um, I'm not a huge fan in general of like the form proportion,
A big head. Yeah.
exactly. But these do look very cool. I'm not gonna say they don't, but let's keep going here. We got this beauty, the Darth Vader Premier helmet by Denu Novo, which you guys know that's high quality.
Yep.
There. So this is based off of Empire Strikes Back. Um, I'm kind of hoping I get to see it, live, because I'm sure it's gonna look amazing, like in person. And then we got a metal poster by Displate. So Displate is the company that does metal posters of different IPs, right? And they're pretty good. Like their print quality is really good. And a friend of mine has picked up a couple of them, and they are really nice. So this one is a Mando and Grogu, and we got this guys too. From Fantasy Flight Games, 6 various cards in a
Ooh.
yeah, blueprint style. I kind of wish they would have shown them individually, but they didn't. Okay. But yeah, you can see him here. So the droids, of course, the most famous droids, really. Um, so yeah, they're definitely kind of cool. Definitely cool. And then Fig Pin, right? So Fig Pin has some bangers this year.
Mhm.
We got Qui-Gon from the Force Ghost, right, version. We got Revan, the light side version, right, or the Jedi Knight version. We got, of course, K2SO and the extra large Rancor. I saw somewhere, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think that Rancor is like 6 inches or something like that. So it's a big boy.
It's a hefty
Um,
pin.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I don't know how you wear that kind of pin, but dude,
Just
it's
dragging your
it's kind
back
of
down.
nuts.
You put on your
Yeah.
backpack.
Well, I was thinking like normally pins would be for like clothing, right? Like back in my day,
Yeah.
like people would put pins on their shirts. I'm like, dude, this thing's gonna rip your shirt apart, like like straight up. Um, and then so this is one that I might have to try to like actively get. But these are from Hallmark. So we got the ornaments, right? The Hallmark ornaments. One of them being Darth Nihilus. This guy here, the vintage Jawa. I actually have the
Ah,
vintage um, Vader, and a good friend of ours got me the vintage Tusken Raider, which was a New York Comic Con exclusive. So now this is the Jawa SDCC exclusive. So I'm gonna try to get this one again. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna pull any of this off, guys. So if anybody there, is gonna buy something at Hallmark and you don't want the Jawa, hit me up, okay? I will gladly pay a finder's fee for it. If you're already planning on standing in line, I would greatly appreciate the help. And that goes for pretty much any of these exclusives, guys. Like if somebody's planning to, buy some of the stuff at any of these booths, but not all the stuff, let me know. And maybe, uh, we can help each other out. This one, which we've covered here extensively, and I want to say it's probably one of the, most popular ones, honestly. Um, from Hasbro, the Black Series set of Anakin and Obi-Wan for Revenge of the Sith, with pretty much everything you see here, minus the actual, real lava. But you do get, the fiery effects, you get the platform, you get the droid, you get the lightsaber clashing effects, the
yep.
alternate hands, dude. You get a
I
lot.
think that's
So
really the main sell. Like
yeah,
everything else is just extra. It's the hand that everybody wants. Like we've been waiting how many years for the hand since they created them?
I was gonna say at least what is it, 12 years, since we started with Black Series. So for sure, right? I definitely want one of these. I've had like 6 people message me that they want one. I'm like, guys, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get one.
One, yeah.
So if for whatever reason I'm able to, by all means, I'll gladly pick up as many as I can, right? But again, disclaimer: this is my first time going. I don't know how easy or how hard it's gonna be. And what you were mentioning, Mike, we are gonna be running around, with media coverage. Really, that's our
Yep.
main focus. If I'm being honest, that's our priority, right? But guys, you know me, I need to have some toys like that. It's gonna happen, right? But just bear with me. um from Iron Studios, this Darth Vader. See, now this one I kind of like a little bit better, to be honest with you, because of all of the holographic like accessories on it. I think that looks really, really
Yeah.
cool. So by Iron Studios. And then we got this one from the Galactic Forge, is
Ooh,
the what's it called, so
dog
this
tag.
is a, yes, it's kind of like a necklace and a bracelet, but they'll engrave it for you. So they'll put your
Oh,
name in what's it called, in Orabesh. Sorry, I was blanking out. So that's kind of cool, man. Like, because you walk out with something, fairly custom, right? um but I'm sure these are gonna be like very, very popular, and they're probably gonna
oh yeah.
fly off. Like they're gonna run out. And then I know we talked about it, but here
Yeah.
is the Jazzwares, the Micro Galaxy Squadron, exclusive, 2 TIE fighters, Vader in a hangar. I think once I see it live, once I see it in person, I'll probably be like, dang it, now I need it.
Yeah.
Um, I
At
don't
first glance, it's like I've already got that. The
exactly.
packaging is cool, but again, I've already got it. But like
Yeah,
you're saying, like when you see it in person, it's way different. Like
yeah.
it's gonna have that
So
wow factor to it.
yeah, and I'm actually right there with you. As of right now, if you were to ask me, I'd be like, that this is probably a pass, but I'm reserving my judgment, because I do want to see it. I do want to see it
Yeah.
live. So it's gonna be a game time decision, if I'm being honest. I missed out on last year's exclusive, that arcade one, and I still want it, by the way. So if anybody's knows anybody that's selling one for not like too crazy price? Let me know.
$1 million.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I said, this one honestly is gonna be a game time decision. I love the collection, like you said, but it's just I feel that after last year's pretty original, offering with the packaging, with the ships, the colors, glow in the neon glow, to them, like the paint, like everything was different, about those. Yes, the mold was a reused mold, but that was about it, man. Like the packaging, we've never seen packaging like that,
Yeah.
let alone the paint. Um, and then we get this one, right, which I want to call it a little bit more classic look, right? It's a little bit more in tune with what we would see in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, it does feel a little bit of a step down
Down.
from
Yeah.
previous offerings because again, they kind of went a little bit more over the top, right, with those exclusives. And then you kind of bring us back to this one, which is like, all right, different paint to match the OG movies, right? But nothing too like visually, captivating. Let's call it that.
The one
Um,
thing I was like, they could have done, but it didn't make sense for the packaging, is to give us an exploded X-wing, so
that'd be kind of cool.
you could have the whole setup, and not necessarily like, don't give us the Luke one, because I think that, I don't know if that was a bundle. That might have been a bundle.
I might have been.
But give us like, because we haven't seen that yet. Just give us an exploded one. That
Yeah,
would be pretty dope.
that would be cool. Yeah, just chop up, like into half or like in pieces of obviously a mold that you already have. That would be pretty dope, actually.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, what do you guys think about the exclusives? Again, these are just some of the Star Wars ones, right? That StarWars.com put
Yeah.
together.
And that, I bet you that's not all of them. There's going to be a ton of
Yeah,
other
no,
stuff that
I'm
didn't
pretty
get this.
sure. Correct. Yeah, and obviously there's gonna be just flat out like stores, right? There's gonna be
Oh
vendors
yeah,
there with a bunch of
custom
like third
pieces
party
and
vendors. Yeah,
yep.
exactly, and probably like past exclusives, that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to that too. But yeah, so we got the Tamagotchi, we got the figures, we got the helmet, the display, we got the cards, we got the pins, we got the
Mm.
ornaments, we got the Black Series, we got the Iron Studios, and the necklace, and then the Micro Galaxy Squadron. So again, the ones I can confidently say that I'm gonna like actively try to get is gonna be this guys, of course, the Black Series. That's probably top of the list of all of them. And then this Jawa, just because I have the previous two, I would love to keep going with this collection. But yeah, let me know in the chat which one would you guys, prioritize if you could only get one, because I might be in that boat. Like I said, I don't have a ton of time, to go stand in line. Let me catch up here with the chat. Dude, we're Archer saying, George should interview you. That's awesome. Scott says, General will not be too far from us. Oh, nice, dude. Ultimate crossover T3 and the General. Yeah, man, I'm actually looking forward to finally hanging out with Carlos. It's been like 4 years in the making, right? Like it's, we've known each other for quite a bit. Brian says, Scotty, hope you're doing well. Jose, after the con, go to Tacos El Gordo. Oh, color me interested, dude. I'm always down for good tacos. Brian, thank you, sir. Hey, look who it is. The man collects. What's going on, Chris? Hey, guys, look forward to your SDCC coverage. Loki, jealous that you're going, dude. Don't be. I'll probably won't come back from this trip. It's going to be nuts. We got Edson in the house. Hello, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in. And again, guys, don't forget to catch me with Mandalore Express. Sorry, I blanked out. With Mandalore Express this Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time. Rolando saying hi to the man. Collects Neil is one of my favorites. It's dude, yeah. And this what's it called? Ornament looks pretty good. Hey, Rolando says Chris. Edson says Rolando and Nerd affiliated. Edson saying hi. Chris says Janine. Chris says, hey Janine, glad to see you, Scott, in here. Scott, so glad you're doing well, my friend. Absolutely, man. Chris, thank you so much for sure. So yeah, guys, we're gonna be busy. Okay, we're gonna be busy. There are some Oh, actually, I should say one of the other panels that I got invited to, actually, like, you know, on like I should say like a personal level. I mean, like they reached out to me, was a Gundam panel, and as you guys
Oh,
know, I'm actually a massive Gundam fan. So it's Gundam Wings 30th anniversary. I'm very much looking forward to that panel, and I know it's gonna sound petty, but you know what I'm looking forward to most? The swag. We're gonna get like an exclusive T-shirt and I think a
yeah.
pin or something like that. Dude, I'm all about the freebies.
I'm
Um,
curious on what exclusive they're gonna have.
yeah,
They gotta have
exactly. So
something.
I'm sure they will have something. Bandai obviously is going to be there in force. They got a bunch of properties, as you know, not just Gundam. Obviously, they do. I mean, a lot. They do. They do DBZ. They do Demon Slayer. They do. Um, what's it called? Um, like Naruto. They do all the bigger names, right? So they got quite a bit of properties. I'm excited about that. And I do like, of course, their figures. And of course Bandai produces a lot of different lines, like the SH Figure Arts, right, where we have Star Wars, for example. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, and see what they got to show us. um, so that's, like I said, that is definitely a panel that I am looking forward to. um, so yes, I'm gonna try to catch Mark Hamill, in Whole H with the Long Walk, and then Kevin Smith on Saturday, and then what's it called? George Lucas, of course, on Sunday. And who did we have on Thursday? Now I'm blanking out. Got so much on Thursday that what is it? Well, the Gundam panel is man, I'm blanking out. Who was it on Whole H? Was it Peacemaker on Thursday? I think it's already on Thursday. Anyway, there's also Wednesday stuff, believe it or not, because they call it preview night. So as media, we do get access to preview night, and I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm flying out of here like at 6:30 in the morning. Um,
Ooh.
so I was telling Daniel, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna have to schedule a nap, before all this, because otherwise we're off to a bad start. Um, I'm too old. I can't do that. I can't do a like a 20-hour day, before we start like proper Comic Con. So yeah, definitely, gonna have to remind ourselves to prioritize, eating, drinking water, getting a little bit of rest. So we've we've been trying to basically schedule stuff with not back to back, um, the stuff that we are confirmed for or invited, right? The rest of the stuff we can shuffle around if we need to, but for the most part, we've been doing good. We got big breaks in between our main panels, so that we get to rest, we get to eat, maybe grab some footage, things like that. Um, but yeah, guys, if you are going, let me know. And like I said, honestly, Thursday and Friday we are pretty much booked. But Saturday, so far at least, we haven't really booked nearly as much stuff. And then Sunday, like I said, to me personally, George Lucas panel is priority. Anything after that, it's like, just icing on the cake at that point. I definitely want to walk around the show again. I've never been, so I would love to see, some of the vendors, the booths, some of the artists, all of that stuff, that's going on. But again, that might take a little bit of, second place in priorities, just because of all the stuff that we already have like scheduled. Like, oh, you got to be here, at this time. And some of the stuff is not at the convention center, right? Like, it's around it. So it's like, oh, you gotta take a shuttle and go to this other, place to go to this thing, etc. So the travel time, can
Yeah.
definitely
Gotta have those
can definitely
windows.
get us. Yeah, yeah, dude. But yeah, I've had some people, some of our friends reach out to, like, hey, I saw this is gonna be an exclusive. Could you grab it for me? I'm like, dude, I would more than love to. I was like, but I can't make any promises. And again, guys, not that I don't want to. It's just I have no idea how some of this stuff is gonna work out in terms of timing, in terms of quantities. I don't know how much, how many people are gonna be in line for that stuff. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to actually stand in line, right, to try to get some of this stuff.
The
So
logistics of it too, like, you may be able to get
exactly.
in there, grab it, but then for the rest of the day, you're booked, and now you're stuck carrying this
Hmm.
thing, and it's a collectible, so you don't wanna damage it, so it's, like,
Very
adding
much. Yeah.
pressure.
So
It's a lot of
yeah,
work.
yeah. But what I can promise you is that I will try to find out, as much information as I can beforehand and try to physically go right and grab some of these. But again, no promises. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I bought a new backpack for this. I was like, you know what? I think it's time to upgrade. The backpack that I took to Japan, um, she was a trooper. She got me through the trip, right? She got me through celebration. But like 2 days before we left, just it started tearing, on one of the seams. And I'm like, hey, I salute you because you went through like hell and back, on that trip. Those 2 weeks counted for like a year of normal use,
Yeah,
right? Um, so I was like, you know what? I kind of want another backpack, and I
the
bought one.
hyperbolic chamber for the backpack.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like aged, it was like dog years. Um, and I bought a new one, and I was like, I wasn't fully in love with it, but I was like, you know what? It seems sturdy. Like, I think it'll hold up well. And then, of course, all of my devices listen to everything that I say. So Amazon is like, hey, have you seen this? And I was like,
How about this
dang
one?
it. Yeah, dude. So let me show you guys real quick before we leave.
You also need to check your Instagram. I sent you a
Oh,
funny
nice.
backpack.
So got this one,
Nice.
you know, uh, officially licensed, I should say, because it was a little bit more expensive. But yeah, so this is, Mandalorian theme. Um, it does have,
Ooh.
the mud horn. Kind of love. Let me see if I can show it proper here, because I do like that,
Oh,
on the stitching. You know me, I'm all about the mythosaur. Um, and then it does have this like metal,
cool.
uh,
Yep.
helmet. And so yeah, I really like the aesthetics of it. I already started loading, some of the stuff in here just to try it out. Hopefully, it holds up well because, like I said, it was a little bit more expensive than I wanted to pay. But I was like, you know what? I kind of do need an upgrade. And as you know, we're about to go kind of crazy into probably our busiest, period of time when it comes to cons this year.
It's con season.
Um,
There it is.
yeah, yeah. So, in case you guys didn't know, we are actually going to be at Rebel Scum Con again in about 3 weeks, right? So August 8th through the 10th in Frisco, Texas. So basically, 2 weeks after San Diego Comic Con, we got, Rebels Comic Con, and it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great
Oh yeah.
time. I cannot wait to hang out with all of y'all out there. More and more people seem to be jumping on, to the show to attend. Those guys have been doing an insane amount of work, to make sure everything goes smoothly, and I think it will. And also, if you haven't, I do suggest you buy the
Oh
tickets
yeah.
before the end of this month, because August 1st the prices go up to what they will be, at the door.
At the door. Yep.
So save a little bit of time, save a little bit of cash, right? And how
Add
do
the
you call it?
discount. You still
And
have your
yes,
discount. So yeah,
so
tag
we
that on
do
there.
have our discount code right here for 3-day pass and VIP Kenob10. So if you guys are deciding to purchase, your tickets, you can double dip because you can get it right now where it's cheaper on the website. And once you are checking out, putting our discount code, which will knock off another percentage. So it's kind of a good deal. Again, I would say don't sleep on it, because at the end of the month, basically on the 1st of August, the prices go up. So just keep that in mind. It's gonna be a great show. Um, they are about to release the photo op schedule. I think they're getting all the T's crossed and the I's dotted and all that stuff, to making sure that they can communicate to us, when and where the photo ops will be happening right throughout the show. So make sure you are following Rebels Comic Con on their social media, especially on Facebook. They're highly, highly active on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And if you are purchasing tickets, do not forget, use our discount code shown here in on the screen. And last thing I want to show you guys is what Mike sent me here. Dude, I might need this. Like, no joke. Check that out. Dude. So
It's
we got
the streamer package right there.
dude, yeah, but seriously, I mean, we got what, a couple of GoPros it looks, and then the what's it called? The freaking
Starlink.
Starlink. Yeah, I blanked out on the name. Yeah, the freaking Starlink. And see, and I was thinking about that, dude, because I'm like, how is the signal gonna be out there? Like coverage,
It's a
probably not
lot of
great.
people. Yeah.
Probably not great. Yeah, exactly.
That's what kind of spurred it in one of the card groups, is they were talking about streaming at nationals, which is happening pretty soon. And they're like, there's not going to be Wi-Fi signal. Like, you're gonna have so many people in there, you're not gonna be able to stream. And I was like, just joking around. I was like, well, just carry a Starlink on your back. And then like, it was listening. And then sure enough, there you go.
It's awesome, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. This might be me next year. Like depending on how it goes this year, what the experience is, and how much money I can scrounge up before the next, San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, this. So yeah, I'm not gonna make too much fun of it, because if it does end up being me, because there's this slim chance that's literally me next year. So, but yeah, no, that is pretty funny. Okay. Well, all right, guys. I think we are going to go ahead and call it a night here. I really appreciate y'all joining us, having fun with us. As always, Bunker Bunch, thank you for joining us on a different night. Again, since George kind of jumped off from Thursday, we're like, hey, you cannot not have Star Wars on Thursday. So
that's right.
Let's do it. So, guys, jump onto Mike's Whatnot stream. Again, happening right now in about 10-ish minutes. He needs to go take a potty break, and then he'll be starting. So make sure that you are following him. The link is here on the chat, and it's right there also. So make sure that you join him. Check out his sale. You don't gotta buy anything if you don't want to. Just
hang out,
go in, hang out. He's gonna have some bangers, and just have a good old fashioned good time. So with that, again, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Stay tuned on all of our social media, especially for the Legacy of Nerd, General Economics Bunker, me, Tennessee Geek. Also, we're gonna be producing some of the coverage for San Diego Comic-Con, guys. So thanks again. Really appreciate it. And yeah, wish me luck, because it's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a trip.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend, and we will catch you on the next one. Jump over to Whatnot. Okay. Peace out.